What's going on, everybody? I'm Primalliquid, and welcome back to my Final Fantasy II Pixel Remaster Platinum playthrough. Guys, we are now on part number 4, and we're gonna really actually like super zoom right now, to be honest. It's kind of impressive just how quick we're actually gonna go through, for sure. It's kind of, well, we're basically gonna get the mythril, the snowmobile, and all that. Like, we're gonna do so much right now. So first things first, we do need to speak to Joseph. And if you've ever played FF9, this is actually the guy that is questioned by Ramuh. So you know the little story that you have to put together in FF9 for Ramuh? This is who that story is on about. Okay, this is who it's on about. I don't know why they did it for FF2 instead of FF1, but hey, you know, it is what it is. So now that we spoke to Joseph, long story short is we basically actually, let me just turn encounters on because we need the best re-entries. We basically just have to save his people, his daughter, and then just other people from the town, basically. So that is exactly what we are going to do. Also, I think, in fact, no, we'll keep the magic going. We'll keep the magic going. I'm gonna stop Minwu from using magic though, just because, yeah, who cares, right? We do want to level Thunder and Blizzard up really high though. Minwu can just attack. We don't care about Minwu. Whatever. He's not going to be with us much longer anyway. Oh wait, yeah, he's only got shields on, so I suppose that doesn't really matter actually. Well, Minwu's going to be invincible now. Oh, so yeah, so we do have to go to Summit Falls. That was one of the new enemies we just got there as well, by the way, the Queen Bee. We can also get into a fight against the Vampire Fawn, a slightly upgraded version. Okay, there it is actually. A slightly upgraded version of the Fawn type enemy that we fought earlier on. Again, they're really not that strong in general, to be honest. But at the very least, it's another bestiary entry for us. So let's carry on going. So to get to Summit Falls, we just need to head all the way to the left of Salamand. Dude, I nearly forgot the name then. But yeah, we just have to head all the way over to the left of Salamand towards the ocean, and then there's going to be a small little river. We simply have to go along that river with the canoe, and there is going to be a... Wait, why is his hands leveling up? That's weird. Oh well, there is going to be a small cave for us to go in, where naturally there's going to be a bunch of treasure chests as well as some new enemies. So enemies in here are the Sasquatch, Green Slime, Goblin God, Balloon, and Soldier. Also, there is a boss at the end of this dungeon. So if you haven't done any leveling or anything like that, try and save some MP, just so you can you know, get through the boss without any real issues. Again, though, obviously we've done a lot of leveling, and so I just don't care about my MP. Once we run out of MP, we're just gonna level, you know, weapons and that, which actually, wait, no, I need to be careful because I have shields equipped. That could be really bad actually. Well, it's fine, once my MP starts getting a little bit low, that's when I will change their weapons over and just unequip the shields. So once you're inside Summit Falls, head all the way over to the left and then to the north, and you can find a treasure chest. Now, not going to be anything super good. It's just 200 gil. You know, it's like, but at the very least, you know, it is a treasure chest, and you know, it's kind of amazing. We've gone so far through the game already, and yet we've only had like 5 treasure chests. It just goes to show you how many treasure chests there's going to be later on. Also, fun fact: FF2 is the game in the series where invisible walls started to be introduced. Okay, so this is more for later, but there will be dungeons where there's just like no knowing that there's a path there, and we have to just walk through the wall, basically. Does kind of suck, and it does kind of make things a little bit more awkward, but in general it's mostly okay. You know, there are a few of them, but we don't have to go super far out of the way for them or anything like that. We can pick them up pretty simply, you know, pretty simply for sure. Just a shame about the encounters though, man, because we do definitely want to get all the bestiary, because FF2 can be kind of annoying for the bestiary, because once we get up to around the Colosseum and the Cyclone area, that is basically going to be where we need to go over the bestiary and just make sure we have everything from the world map, pretty much. Because once we do the Cyclone, the enemies on the world map will change, and once they change, we're kind of flat out to look for getting them again, you know. So we definitely want to get them pretty much first time around. As long as we can get, I'd say, at least like 90% of the bestiary done of the missable enemies, then it's not going to be too bad. But if we have to do a lot of cleanup, then yeah, it could be kind of annoying. But we should be okay. You know, we should be okay. We'll just sort of have to see. Right, treasure chest up to the north, and maybe you caught it in like the corner of your eye for a second there as well. But there is another treasure chest sort of just over to the right of where we are right now. But it's fine, we can grab that one in just a second anyway. And then once we're done in Semic Falls, we're gonna go back to Joseph. Then we're gonna go deliver the mythril, and then it's pretty much back to Joseph again. Oh wait, no, after we do the mythril, we need to go to the Dreadnought, don't we? Forgot all about that, man. Forgot all about that. Oh man, wait, no, is it? No, yeah, it is the snow cave, isn't it? Because the Dreadnought's, yeah, the Dreadnought's later, because we need the Sunfire for the Dreadnought. So yeah, that's later. Man, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Don't you just love it when that happens? No, I'm getting way ahead of myself here, just thinking about all the things coming up that we need to do. Also, let's just take a look at, yeah, so 4 out of 11, and obviously if you go through the list as well, don't worry about Finn. There are, you know, a bunch of treasure chests missing. We can't get them yet, okay? Don't worry about that. That is way later. Yeah, there's really not many treasure chests in FF2 early on. A lot of them start coming in much later. They are pretty easy to get though, so I would not worry about getting them at all. We'll get them all later. My evasion is really starting to get up there now, actually, so I'm going to take the shields off. Optimal. So yeah, we'll have the flame bow on everyone. Why not, right? It is going to lower my evasion down to basically 0, but that's fine. Nothing here can really do much to us anyway. We will start to use oh nice, teleport took them all out. We will actually start to use shields later again, but that will be like way later, basically. Right, so up here at the 4 doors, just take the leftmost door. The other 3 just lead to empty rooms, no treasure or anything like that. So just a waste of time, those rooms are. So far left, and then you can go down to the B3 floor, where we are going to have some treasure. Once we stop getting all these random fights anyway. At least Maria's nearly out of MP, so once she's out of MP, then she can start killing everything with the flame bow. And then kind of the same for the others, actually. They're getting a little bit low as well. I am surprised my MP is still so high at the minute, though. It's like still so low. I really would have thought I'd have had much more MP by now. My HP is really booming up, though. Oh, wow. FF2 is just super easy to break anyway. It's like even if I turned the ×4 boost off right now, wouldn't make a difference. It's like we would still end up super broken. Right. Okay. So yeah, I grabbed that treasure chest. I just wanted to make sure I grabbed it. Gotta be careful, man. Gotta be careful. Oh, only one really. See, I definitely think they've nerfed teleport. Unfortunately, it really does seem like they have nerfed teleport. Because normally a teleport 8, even over AoE, would just obliterate basically everything. So I am starting to think that has been nerfed. which kind of sucks, man. It kind of sucks. Oh well, it is what it is. Oh man, still only one, really. Oh well. Alright, okay, so last treasure chest on this floor is right here. Now, I'm going to turn encounters off just while we move forward a little. In fact, no, because there's still enemies I need for the bestiary. So, once again, there are 3 doors right here, and you might have guessed it, take the far left. I know, it's a reoccurring theme, right? Once again, the other 2 rooms, and also the previous room you might have seen on the far right, just lead to empty rooms, basically. Right, so we need to speak to Paul. Virion, it's you. Am I ever glad you're here? This is Joseph's daughter, Nally. I think that dastardly Borgen's been holding her hostage to friend Joseph. Princess Hilda told you to bring back some mythril, right? Well, that's normally where I step in. I figured out that this was the mythril was coming from easy enough. So I thought I'd get the jump on you guys and nab the mythril before you could get here. Only I messed up and got caught. Me of all people. I know, he's terrible, right? So, okay, he's going to get everybody out of the cave. Not sure why he needed me, but it is what he says. So now we need to go down a little bit further for more treasure chests. And this will be, well, there's technically 1 more floor left. And then we're pretty much done, basically. We will have a boss battle coming up. We do have to obviously grab the mithril as well. And then, yeah, we're going to be done in this place. And then we can just sort of zoom on over to the next area. So, for the first treasure chest, all the way up, providing you don't get into encounters. That is the one problem with FF2, I think. The encounter rate is really, really high. Obviously, you can turn encounters off in the Pixel Remaster, but the problem is we need them for the bestiary. So we can't do that because we want the platinum trophies. We do have to leave them on, unfortunately. Yeah, just a fire tome in there as well, by the way. Completely pointless, unfortunately. At least this floor is super simple. Now that we've got that treasure chest, we're actually done on this floor. Like, we can ignore all the other doors because they just lead to empty rooms, basically. So all we're gonna do now is go down to the next floor. So to do that, go to the middle of the bridges and go north. It's like there's seriously no more treasure chests. Although we are, however, actually going to have a treasure chest with a monster inside it in a minute. Honestly, it's going to be super easy, but yeah, it's like you can murder it with just Blizzard. In fact, you know what level's my teleport right now? Level 7. Yeah, like I do want to get level 16 on a spell or a weapon really quickly. Because even if we actually turn the boosters off and we just played through the game normally, we still wouldn't get those 2 up to level 16. We would have to do some grinding. So it is actually more beneficial to use the ×4 boosters in a platinum playthrough. Obviously, right now our goal is just the platinum trophy. Okay, I mean FF2 is easy enough on its own anyway. I mean, hell, you could literally get so broken in the first 10 hours of the game, like at the very start, before you even go to Finn and get the ring. You could get so broken that you could complete the game with 0 effort. That's how easy FF2 is to break. But you know, it's one of them. But yeah, so we're using the ×4 just so we can actually get the level 16 weapon and level 16 magic, because we need one of both for a trophy. And you know, if we were to just sort of go through normally, they would actually be the last trophies we unlock. Because if you don't focus on like leveling something, if you don't focus on getting level 16, you will definitely complete the game before you do that. So that's why we're doing that, just to sort of knock it out as we go. We might still actually have to do some grinding. There may still be some grinding at the end of the game, just to get something up to level 16. Obviously, if push comes to shove, we can power level cure. But ideally, I would like teleport, because that will make it so much easier to finish off the bestiary as well. Because then everything would just like instantly die, pretty much. You know what I mean? Oh, still so many enemies, man. Still so many enemies. Kind of a shame teleport isn't working on everything. It is really a shame. I mean, I know it's only teleport 7 right now, but still. It's like that should be sufficiently high level to murder everything. Oh, well. Alright, treasure chest. So this is one of the last treasure chests in this dungeon. Well, I mean, technically it is the last treasure chest, other than the one we actually have to get that contains the mythril, basically. Although there will technically be one more, but we can't get that for now anyway. So, right, monster treasure chest. So this is just a land turtle that we were fighting earlier. You can easily murder it with a blizzard spell or the flame bow and so on and so forth. Right, okay, with that done though, now that we have the teleport tome from that, you can completely ignore that left door there. There's nothing in there, it's just an empty room. So now we want to backtrack across the bridge that we just came along, and then we want to go to the north. That's where we've got to go for the story purposes, where the boss is going to be. And I still think I'm actually missing some enemies in here, unfortunately. I actually think I'm missing some enemies in here, sadly. Man, still only hit one of them. God damn it. God freaking damn it, dude. If I really wanted to, though, like if I really, really wanted to power level that, I could literally just sit there farming the soldiers in Finn. Which is actually not a bad idea, to be honest. It's really not a bad idea. Aside from the fact that we would obviously, you know, increase our stats by quite a lot. We would massively increase our shield levels, and we would also massively increase bow levels for Maria and Guy, and obviously teleport would also gain a massive boom as well. We could probably very easily get that to like level 10, maybe even level 11, just on those captains there if we wanted to. Plus, obviously, you know, there's all the gil, there's all the drops, so it would be kind of beneficial, but I just don't see the point personally in that. Right, so this is the boss of this area. Not anything special. He's literally just a no-name sergeant. He is literally the generic enemy, basically. We're going to fight a whole bunch of these just like normally later. They're going to become a common enemy later. So don't worry about it. It only has like 400 health or something like that. He really doesn't have anything good, to be honest. He can drop mythril equipment, though. If you are not grinding, you haven't been to Mysidia or anything like that, you can save and keep reloading to try and get some mythril equipment drops from him if you want to. But there is the mythril in the treasure chest. So what we're going to do now is I'm actually just going to use teleport on Therion. And that's just going to take us completely out of the dungeon. So there is still one treasure chest in there that we cannot get just yet. Do not worry about that, okay? We will get that later. It's like we literally cannot get it right now. So it is what it says. Right, we're going to turn encounters off though, because we've already got all the encounters in this area. So we don't have to worry about that. And now we just sort of have to go all the way back to Joseph and then back to Hilda, pretty much. Give them the mythril, and then we have to come all the way back up. I know, man, it's like ring of roses, right? We're just constantly going between the two camps. I should probably use the inn though, just to restore my MP, really. Pretty expensive though, because my HP and my MP is so high. The cost of the inn is really expensive as well, since the cost changes depending on how much HP and MP you actually need to heal. And obviously there's quite a bit there, quite a bit. It's fine though, we're not going to use any MP on Maria or Guy yet. Not anymore anyway, we're just going to leave them with the bow. Right, so there's Joseph. We're just going to go back to Hilda now. Deliver the mythril to them, and that will actually allow us to buy mythril equipment as well from Altair. Also, if you want to, you can get like teleport from the magic shop here in Salamand. We went to Mysidia though, so no point in us doing that, no point at all. But yeah, so we are about to deliver the mythril. Then we can buy mythril equipment if you want to. This is normally the first sort of like big increase to, you know, your general equipment. Like mythril is normally a big step up compared to what you would normally have here. However, because we went to Mysidia, we do obviously have better, and we got the flame bow from the captains. So we're not going to buy any mythril equipment. Okay, we're not going to buy any of that at all. Just because there's no point, it's a waste of gil. In fact, how much gil do I have? 60,000, not a lot. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of gil later. Like, a lot of gil later. So we do need to start saving up for that. Okay. So back to Altair, we will go and say hello to Hilda, let her know that we have the mythril, and then we've got to go deliver it to the shop, because that's all we are, man. We're errand boys. We are simply errand boys in this game. Oh yeah, also, I know I didn't do it, but unequip Minwu of everything. Like, unequip, in fact, I think I can, actually, yeah, I can. Okay, sweet. So, let's just remove all of Minwu's equipment, because he is about to leave right now. So, we're going to show Hilda the mythril. Oh, I thought this was way left. Maybe it's, oh wait, no, it's after the Dreadnought. Oh, it's fine. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. We don't care about leveling anything on Minwu now. He's pretty much useless to us. So now that we've shown Hilda the mythril, we just got to go to the weapon shop and give it to the old guy. Hey, buddy. Got some mythril for you. Got some mythril. Right. Okay. So, now that we have done that, you can go ahead and buy the mythril equipment from this little kid right here. Honestly, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it at all. You can also go into the armor shop and buy mythril armor as well. That one's up to you though. So we've already spoke to Hilda and asked her about the Dreadnought. Actually, wait, no, I think I need to do that after I give the mythril. Let's just go do it anyway, just in case, so we don't get all the way over to the other side of the map and realize we have to come all the way back. But yeah, so we need to speak to Hilda, ask her about the Dreadnought. Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, so ask about the Dreadnought, have man and Bath, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so now we've got our next mission. We've got to go up to Bath and destroy the giant airship Dreadnought, which is exactly where we're going right now. And unfortunately, there is no quick way of doing this, sadly. There's no quick way of actually getting up there. So what I would suggest doing is the quickest way is to just sort of come to Poft and take the ship. Sorry, Paloom. Take the ship just to sort of get us up there a little bit quicker. And then we're going to run to Bafsk. You could also just run sort of all the way up to the top left, near Finn and whatnot. Just run all the way up the field through the desert. Granted, you would have to use no encounters for that because the enemies there are extremely evil and very, very hard to fight. But you can do that. We're not going to, though. We're just going to take the quick route. There it is, man. There's the Dreadnought. There's the Dreadnought. So, everybody in here is pretty much evil. We're going to ignore them all. Hello, Buggy. Yeah, we're not going to work, though. So, what we have to do is we have to find the spy. The easiest way of finding the spy is to just say screw it and come down to this guy right here and ask him about the Wild Rose. He'll know we're one of them, and then we just ask him about the Dreadnought, and then he gets out of our way. So, we can then enter the sewers, pretty much. Also, if you want to, you can buy Suna from here if you don't go to Mysidia. If you don't go to Mysidia, buy it here. Make sure you get it. Now, when it comes to the sewers, normally there's only one new enemy, which is the zombie. However, we've already had that, but I'm going to turn encounters on anyway. Just because there might still be a couple of enemies that I've not managed to track down on the overworld, on the world map. So, might as well, really. Shame leveling bow and weapons just takes so long at this point of the game. Like, getting to level 5 here is already quite high. But we won't really get any more levels now until, you know, we actually until we actually get like some new enemies. These ones are just way too low level now. If we wanted to power level, we would have to, you know, go through and actually attack our own characters, which isn't really the most fun or the most exciting thing in the world. I only really do that when I want to get really, really overpowered. You know what I mean? That's when I will sometimes do a grind like that. But for now, we're not going to. We're really not going to at all. I don't think there's a treasure chest up to the left. No, there is not. I'll just check anyway. Yeah, so there's not. Yeah, it's always better to double check. If you're not 100% sure, double check. Because then you're not going to be just constantly running back on yourselves and all that sort of stuff. So it's definitely better to play it safe. You know, definitely better to play it safe for sure. At least that's what I think anyway. Obviously, you can agree, you can disagree. I would just rather not waste my time having to come back, you know? Man, my health is really going sky high with Furion. That's really weird. Normally, Guy is like the meat shield. Normally, Guy's health just skyrockets, but for me, he's even nearly lower than Maria. That's impressive. That is actually kind of impressive, to be honest. That really doesn't happen all that often, to be fair. All right, let's go, shall we? So we are nearly done with the sewer anyway. So we've just got one more treasure chest to grab, and then we're basically done in the sewer from that point on. There's really not much left for us to actually do. So let's go ahead and get the treasure chest, which is right there, but the goddamn battle got in my way, man. Goddamn battle got in my freaking way, dude. So cursed. So cursed, man. Well, it's fine. It is what it is. Okay, treasure chest. Right, so with that, we are done in the sewer as well. Now, normally, this is where you would get another trophy in a min as well. Obviously, as I've said in previous videos, my FF Marathon did give me the first couple of trophies in the game. Also, no treasure chests on this floor, just run straight up. My FF Marathon did give me the first couple of trophies, so this will be another one that you won't see. However, this is the last of the trophies that you will not see. So this would be another story trophy in a minute, which we'll get pretty much just after the next cutscene, basically. We just got to speak to somebody, and then the trophy would pop, pretty much. So again, don't worry, just a story trophy. Like, I think the only trophies that I got on the marathon were the first couple of story ones, and then, you know, like killing some enemies and whatnot, and like the 10% bestery one. But all the others, you'll see all the others. Don't worry. So many enemies, man. So many enemies. You know what? Let's just turn no encounters on so we can actually get through this place. There we go. So, it is time for the Dark Knight. You're too late. The Dreadnought is complete. I've been working behind the scenes to see the project through to completion. End your resistance, kneel before your Emperor. It is the only alternative left to you. Consider what I've said. When the time comes, we'll meet again. You know, they definitely should have realized something by having that little conversation with him. But instead, no, they don't realize until next time. Looks like you come all this way for nothing. See for yourselves. Here it goes, man. Here it goes. The Dreadnought's just going to casually murder everybody. Well, we failed, guys. We failed. The first proper mission we got and we failed it. That's what happens when the princess hires a couple of kids. She should have known better, man. She should have known better. It's her own fault. I blame the princess. It's not my fault that everybody dies. Not my fault at all. That had nothing to do with me. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm innocent. Right. So, with that, we just have to say, well, too bad, and go back into the cave. Now, rather than going all the way through, though, we're just going to go into this little room here and get the actual final treasure chest. Also, where the Dreadnought was flying around destroying everything then, that is where you would get the trophy Empire's Blitz, which is basically just the trophy for the Dreadnought flying around destroying everything, pretty much. So don't worry about that. So this treasure chest is the pass. We need this later for for the for story. We need that to enter the Dreadnought later. So make sure you pick that up. And god damn it, I forgot I have to actually interact with the tile instead of just walking onto it. Rip. Man, teleport 7 and still only one enemy gone. You know what? I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna check and see how close that is to level 8 right now. Surely that's got to be close, right? Surely. We've used level 7 for ages now. No, it's still really far away actually. All right, let's just level Cure with Maria as well. Okay, off we go. So this will just take us to outside Basque basically. So now we need to go back to Poft. So I'm going to turn encounters. Yeah, I'll leave them on actually. I've not really thought anything over this side. In fact, no, because it's still the same enemies. Yeah, we'll turn encounters off just to get over there a bit quicker. So what we need to do now is we need to go and speak to Sid. So Sid is over here in Poft, and we need to have a quick conversation with him to find out how to destroy the Dreadnought. So for this, it's actually really simple. We need to ask him about the Dreadnought first. Then we need to ask about airships to learn the Sunfire password. With that, we then need to ask about Sunfire, where he says, controlling Sunfire is a tricky business. Let the flames get too high, you get a runaway in your hands. The engine will blow sky high. So that right there is basically our advice for how to destroy it. Okay, so now we're gonna just get the boat again because it's faster. And we're going to go back to Altair. I know, man. Lots of back and forth here. Lots and lots of back and forth. But again, this now is where Minwoo will leave the party. Okay? Remove all of his equipment. Whatever you don't remove will be lost. So make sure you remove it. Okay? So we are now back to Altair. And all we have to do now is basically find out how to get Sunfire, and then we can blow the Dreadnought up. However, I'm afraid to say we're going to do that in the next one, because I'm such a tease. It's fun teasing you guys. Still, though, I do hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, then please be sure to smash that like button and drop a comment down below, as it really helps the channel out tremendously. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more content. As always, though, everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.